What's up, guys? This is Hot7 on RCT Gaming, bringing you another video for you guys. I hope all of you are doing well, all gamers from all walks of life. I bring you here today with this video, an unscripted, unfiltered video, to talk about a phenomenon that I kind of witnessed, and I know many other gamers witness as well, in regards to everything the Switch 2 related and the Switch 2 launch. And I'm gonna try to break it down in a one-to-one conversation with you guys. None of this, I'm not reading from a prompter, I'm not rehearsing or memorizing anything. I'm just, the only thing that I did in terms of, organizing this was breaking down a list, which I have, of talking points, and I'm gonna go through all of them as quick as I can. The first aspect of a gamer, one that's very, very integral and very important in a gamer's life, is the launch of a new console. Now, of course, I have my personal choices. I know that gaming is a very divisive thing when it comes to, people being tribal, kind of like the way they are with politics and sports. But for the most part, most gamers, sensible gamers, regardless of the platform and regardless of the games, they all enjoy each other and kind of riff off each other and have fun engaging and talking about their favorite games and stuff. Now, of course, there's going to be exceptions to that. Part of that excitement of a new launch is knowing that you are going to be playing for the next few years brand new games on a brand new system that's going to give you a lot of joy, a lot of, happiness, happy moments that you're going to be sharing with everybody, your peers, your gaming peers, your family, your friends, etc. Since we had to wait so long, all of us were engaging and making our plans and stuff, regarding pre-orders and or getting information, which came first, of course, of the announcement of the Switch 2 in general and everything that followed. And this kind of leads us into the main topic of the video, which is the birth of the script. That's what I called it, this kind of phenomenon that happened, that I know many of you caught, but it has an order, it has a structure, and it has almost a coordinated feel to it. Leading up after the reveal of the Switch 2, as we head into the path of, going to that April 2nd direct from Nintendo, which everybody was hyped about, a lot of people mentioning it and engaging and interacting, all very pumped for that direct. Now, April 2nd came and we saw what happened. We watched the direct. It was amazing. It ended in a very high note, and then everything went downhill as soon as the price was revealed. But I will say that this was the starting point to what came next. After April 2nd, if you would go into social media, if you would go into YouTube, you would find a barrage of trolls, of negative people. Now, of course, I call it the script because all of these people that kept this barrage of not only misinformation, lies, trolling, rage baiting, so many things at the same time, they had the same type of wording, the same angles, arguments. It kept getting repeated over and over. And this is what I call the script.
They are greedy. You don't own anything. They are anti-consumer. You don't own the console you buy. They are a greedy company. They deserve to get pirated. And it's the moral thing to do. You are a bootlicker for a corpo. Nintendo is the worst company ever. They will brick you for anything. Physical games are game keys now. You support their abusive business practices. They started the price hike and made others follow. Their games are $90 now.
Now, those are not the only terms that I've heard and I've read and I've seen being repeated time and time again, ad nauseum. And I know many of you have seen it, which is why I know that this is not in my mind. a lot of people reacted and a lot of people felt this through and through. And to this day, you still feel that fine, thin veil of negativity that these people have caused to basically, you know, all the way from the reveal of the pricing and all that stuff, that gave them a platform to jump on, pounce, and not let up. Now, worse than that, because if it were just a matter of a few trolls here and there, you know, whatever, let them talk. But the problem, and this is the part that I feel so frustrated about, is that gaming and tech media, let me repeat that, gaming and tech media both helped out in what I call the birth of the script. Why? Because they were the first spreading misinformation, and I'm keeping close eye on the timeline here, guys. Believe me, after April 2nd, I kept seeing, and I know a lot of you guys who are watching this notice this too. In that timeline, after April 2nd, if you go into social media and you would read postings, it would be from different outlets. I'm not going to mention any because you guys know who you are. And everybody who read them know who they are. They spread misinformation, never correcting that misinformation. They just, you know, they said, hey, I'm going to take advantage of this rage bait engagement that's giving me all of these clicks. It's giving me all of these views. Let's capitalize on that. You know, and the trolls, what did the trolls do? Hey, that's, you know, ammo for them to fight even, you know, double down and go at it even harder, making it impossible sometimes to just go in, post a picture of you enjoying the system once it launched. It was a minefield. You know, I thank, and I take the moment here briefly to thank a lot of the guys that I kind of met during this timeline. You guys know who you are. I'm not going to list all of you right here, but they noticed as well as I did. But anyways, not to get stuck on that. As I lead into the next point, which is not only social media was getting bombarded by the script and the scripted people trying to make an offensive, I don't know, call it a derailment. They were trying to bring down quote unquote Nintendo with this stuff. The worst part of it is that YouTubers were caught by that as well. Many of the long time and long-standing YouTubers that I used to view all the time, they started falling for the script as well. Now, of course, if you stop and think for a second and you go, well, you know, maybe they didn't believe in the script, but they figured, hey, this is the stuff that's trending, so maybe it'll help my views and my subscribers. Well, yeah, it makes sense. But it pissed me off as well, because come on, guys. And I'm talking about even Nintendo YouTubers kept falling for that stuff, spreading the stuff, the arguments and stuff, and trying to apologize, which blew my mind, by the way. I saw a lot of YouTubers apologizing for enjoying Nintendo products or for being a Nintendo fan. That is absolutely ridiculous. If you need to stoop so low in order to keep a following, I'm not going to say it because I promise to keep this video clean, so I'm not going to go there, but you know what I'm trying to say. Now, they both capitalize, both YouTubers and people on social media, the blue check marks, you guys know who you are, which leads me into this part. The rage baiters, the drama channels. Oh, you know who they are. They have been, you know, that thorn on YouTube. They have their little cult following that they love that stuff. They love to get a rise out of people, humiliate people, you know, shame people, all in the name of getting those views and getting those subscriber counts up. I don't get it, but they call themselves gamers. I'll let you guys decide if that's true or not. And you know what the most amazing part of this is? Even smaller channels started to pop up on YouTube, like out of nowhere. I swear, guys, during that time, these smaller channels, I'm talking about like 10 to 20 subscribers, coming out repeating the same list of words and terms to state how angry they were at Nintendo and how this company is ruining gaming and how it's bringing it. I'm telling you, it's almost nightmare inducing to that point. It was ridiculous, and they're still around. The next part would be the second wave of negativity, because it didn't limit itself to just one wave pre-launch or right after the direct. No, it died down for just a few days, and then it came back with a vengeance, because now you would see a whole bunch of media articles and tech site articles, which I'm not going to mention their names, but you guys know what I'm talking about, who I'm talking about, that have been, punching down Nintendo since the very beginning, and not since the very beginning, but way back in the Wii U days. They've been punching down. They do it with a smile. They do it with a cackle. They do it with laughter, and they're supposed to be professionals. You figure out. Common sense would, once you remove the emotion away from it, you start thinking, why are these things happening? And there's the part of the video where I'm going to inject my opinion, or at least the possibilities of what it could be. The way I see it, guys, I see it as either A, being a coordinated effort done by competing companies, not going to mention names, but any competing company that wanted to throw money and do some, hit pieces, with the gaming media, etc., etc. I know that sounds very conspiracy theory, but come on, guys, when it comes to money, that everybody, especially the companies, are willing to do whatever it takes to bring something that's a threat to them, bring it down. Now, in the end, all of this stuff that I've rambled about, because, guys, I really needed to do this. And I know that a lot of you feel the same way. You just keep it to yourself. It's all about the final end game. And the end game was an amazing launch, one that really broke records. Everybody, even the negative ones, even the gaming and tech sites had to cover it, because they knew that they couldn't spin that in any negative way, fortunately. And this is a point where I'm going to be speaking to these people who run with the script and people who favor and repeat the script. For all your tries and all your attempts and all your repeating over and over and slamming and trying to shame and this and that, it didn't work. It did not work. The system broke records. It's an amazing system. I'm enjoying it a ton. And after this, I am going to hit and start making that review video, which I know it's a belated Switch 2 review, but I'll get to that as well. And I have to thank you guys for humoring me at least until the very end of the video. I appreciate that. Thanks to everybody, and take care, guys.